Hey everyone, this is Kit Cabello of hardlensmedia. We are here at UE Hall, and right now we are joined with a fellow member of Wolf-Pac, Matthew Smith. He's also a member of Socialist Alternative. Matthew, for our viewers and subscribers, can you please tell us really about why you joined first Wolf-Pac, and really your thoughts and feelings in regards to Citizens United and the impact that money in politics has had in our democracy?
Yeah, so I joined Wolf-Pac while I was still in college, and for anyone who doesn't know, Wolf-Pac is the focus is to get money out of politics, change our campaign finance system, and the reason that I joined it was because I saw that the fundamental problem with our politics, whether it's taxes or fighting for universal health care, or fighting for really any of these issues that people care about, the fundamental issue is that the wealthy have all the power. They have the power in the economy and in politics. And the real driver for me joining Wolf-Pac was to try to change that and try to get more of a voice for everyday people in our politics.
Now, of course, it's a problem that affects both Democrat and Republican senators, where we have these elected officials who are bought off by the banks, Wall Streets, and the corporations. And we would expect possibly from the Democrats to be more resistant. But when you have elected officials like Nancy Pelosi and a few other rank-and-file establishment Democratic leaders say that, well, we need money in politics to beat the Republicans because we're semi-better. What are your thoughts on that initial argument from more rank-and-file Democratic leaders who've been in power for a very long time?
Yeah, it's amazing. They make this argument all the time that we need to keep our options open. We need to allow our billionaires, our corporations to give to us. And I was just having this conversation the other day with somebody that you shouldn't be afraid to say I'm not taking corporate money. As a politician who represents your constituents, you shouldn't be afraid to say that, because the policies that you're pursuing should mean that the billionaires and the corporate class shouldn't want to give money to you. So you should be proud to say I'm not accepting corporate donations, and I'm going to have a people-powered campaign, something that represents working people.
Now, here in Chicago, of course, there's a lot of money in politics, especially at the county and city level, where you have large real estate developers come in and want to develop impoverished areas, low-income minority communities. And their argument is that it's going to make the community better, we're going to help the people out. But the problem with neoliberalism and money in politics is that we see a huge displacement of people. So essentially, what are the necessary steps to really address combating Citizens United and the McCutcheon's decision and other things that surround neoliberalism and money in politics?
I think any of these things are going to require a movement in the streets of working people, of students, of the labor movement, getting out and demanding these things. Whether it's changing money in politics, fighting for $15, fighting for universal health care, housing is a human right. It's going to require all of us to get out and fight for it and building a movement. And that's what we're trying to do here. We're at a fundraiser for the Jentzen campaign, and she's running on rent control. She's running on $15 minimum wage and building that movement, and using her political platform to help build that movement. That's going to allow us to do all these things.
Now, a lot of criticism in regards to third parties like Socialist Alternative, the Green Party, Libertarians, or any other kind of third parties, that it's going to be difficult to really get on the ballot or really make a political impact. So what is the long-run game for Socialist Alternative in the next general election cycles? Of course, of course you need a lot of resources to run, but what is the final game solution?
Yeah. Well, the fact is we've already done it. So people might know Shama Sawant out in Seattle. She was the first openly socialist independent city councilor in a major American city. And we got her elected in 2013. And then the Democratic establishment came in full force in 2015 when she was up in re-election, and we beat them again. So this is possible. This is something that we can do, and we've been calling for Bernie Sanders actually to join with the People's Party and make that sharp break with the Democratic Party that we think is necessary to build this movement and form a party of the 99%. So that's really if you're talking about a long game in terms of politics, it's building that Workers' Party, building a party outside of the Democratic machine, and bringing these elements of the left together that can fight these fights together.
All right, Matthew Smith, that's a great note to end on. Thank you so much for joining hardlensmedia. Peace, everyone.
You're watching hardlensmedia.